Welcome, my friends, to what could be the most transformative journey of your life. Today, we'll uncover the secrets to building unshakable confidence and how to conquer those persistent fears and doubts that hold you back. Confidence is often mistaken as something you're either born with or without, but the truth is that it's a skill, one that anyone can develop. Imagine living a life where fear doesn't control you, where doubt doesn't stop you from taking bold actions. What would that feel like? Fear and doubt are inevitable in life. They are emotions that every human being experiences. But what if I told you that instead of letting these emotions control you, you could learn to control them? You could harness them. Use them as fuel to build a confidence so powerful that it becomes unshakable. That's the focus of today's video. Throughout this journey, you'll learn actionable steps, practical exercises, and the mindset shifts necessary to break free from fear and self-doubt. Whether you're struggling with confidence in your career, relationships, or personal growth, this guide will serve as a blueprint to take back control and walk through life with the kind of confidence that can weather any storm. Let's begin this transformational journey together, where you'll not only gain the knowledge to build unshakable confidence, but also practical tools to overcome fear and doubt once and for all. Get ready for a deep dive into what it takes to become the best, most confident version of yourself. Firstly, understanding the nature of fear and doubt. Here we explore the origin of fear and doubt in greater detail, including scientific explanations and psychological insights. Fear and doubt are two of the most powerful forces in human psychology. But to master them, we must first understand them. Fear at its core is a biological response designed to keep us safe. It's part of our survival mechanism, deeply embedded in the ancient parts of our brain, the amygdala. When faced with danger, fear triggers the fight or flight response, causing us to either confront the threat or flee from it. This was essential for our ancestors who faced physical dangers like predators or natural disasters. However, in modern life, most of the threats we face aren't life-threatening. Instead of physical danger, we fear failure, rejection, embarrassment, and uncertainty. These fears, while real in our minds, often don't carry the dire consequences we associate with them. Yet our brains respond to these situations in the same way, by triggering fear. Similarly, doubt is a form of internal resistance. It's the voice in your head that tells you, "You're not good enough," or "You can't do this." Doubt often stems from past experiences, where we might have tried something and failed, or from societal conditioning that makes us question our worth. One of the most important steps in overcoming fear and doubt is recognizing that they are often irrational. Fear and doubt are not facts, they are feelings. They are not truth, they are stories we tell ourselves based on our perceptions. By acknowledging this, we can begin to take control over them. Practical exercise. The fear inventory. One practical way to start understanding your fears is to create a fear inventory. Take a piece of paper and write down all the fears you have in various aspects of your life: career, relationships, personal growth, and so on. Then, next to each fear, ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could realistically happen if this fear came true? More often than not, you'll find that the consequences of facing your fears are not as catastrophic as you imagine. Fear and doubt lose their power when they are exposed to the light of rational thought. By seeing them for what they are, mental constructs designed to protect you, you can start to break free from their hold. Secondly, confidence defined. Why it's more than just a feeling. Expanding on the definition of confidence and why it matters in every area of life. Confidence is often mistaken as an innate trait, a gift that some people have while others don't. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Confidence isn't a fixed attribute. It's a skill that can be developed, nurtured, and strengthened over time. At its core, confidence is about trust, trusting yourself to handle whatever life throws your way. It's the belief that you have the inner resources to face challenges, make decisions, and grow from your experiences. Think about the most confident person you know. Is it because they never experience fear or doubt? Absolutely not. In fact, confident people experience these emotions just like everyone else. The difference is that they've learned how to manage them, how to push through them, and how to act despite them. Confidence isn't about arrogance or pretending to be perfect. It's about acknowledging your imperfections, embracing your weaknesses, and knowing that you are still worthy. Confidence allows you to walk into a room without worrying about what others think, because you've built a deep sense of self-assurance from within. The importance of confidence in every area of life. Confidence impacts every area of your life. In your career, it helps you take risks, ask for promotions, and lead with authority. In your relationships, confidence allows you to communicate effectively, set boundaries, and show up authentically. In your personal life, confidence gives you the courage to pursue your passions, try new things, and live a life aligned with your values. Without confidence, you're more likely to play small, avoid risks, and let fear dictate your decisions. With confidence, you can navigate life's challenges with a sense of certainty and trust in yourself. But remember, confidence is a journey, not a destination. It's something you build and strengthen over time. And the good news is that anyone can do it. Practical exercise. Confidence anchoring. One powerful way to build confidence is through a technique called confidence anchoring. This involves identifying a time in your life when you felt incredibly confident. Close your eyes and relive that moment in as much detail as possible. What were you doing? How did you feel? What did your body language look like? The more vivid the imagery, the more powerful the anchoring effect will be. Whenever you need a boost of confidence, you can mentally anchor yourself back to this moment, using it as a reminder that you are capable and strong. Third, breaking the chains of fear of failure. Deep dive into the fear of failure, personal stories, and how to overcome it. Perhaps one of the most paralyzing fears is the fear of failure. We've all experienced it at some point, the hesitation to try something new because we might fail, the anxiety that comes from the thought of falling short of our goals, or the dread of facing judgment from others if we don't succeed. But here's a fundamental truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every successful person, without exception, has failed numerous times. In fact, it's often through failure that we learn the most valuable lessons. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He famously failed over 1,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, Edison replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." This mindset is crucial for overcoming the fear of failure. Instead of viewing failure as a final verdict, view it as feedback. Failure is simply information that tells you what doesn't work, so you can get closer to what does. The perception of failure. One of the reasons failure feels so scary is because of the meaning we attach to it. If you believe that failure means you're not good enough, that you're not capable, or that you're not worthy of success, then of course you'll be afraid of it. But what if you change the way you perceive failure? What if you saw it as a necessary part of growth, as something that helps you refine your skills and strategies? When you stop fearing failure, you open yourself up to more opportunities. You become willing to take risks, knowing that even if you don't succeed immediately, you're still moving forward. Personal story. The power of embracing failure. Let me share a personal story with you. I once worked with a client who was terrified of starting her own business because she feared it would fail. She had all the skills and knowledge necessary, but doubt kept her stuck. Together, we worked on reframing her fear of failure. Instead of seeing it as an endpoint, we framed it as part of the journey. We made a plan where each failure would be treated as valuable feedback. She eventually launched her business, and while there were setbacks along the way, each one taught her something invaluable. Today, she runs a thriving business, and she'll tell you that the key to her success was embracing failure as a teacher, not a foe. Practical exercise. Fear setting. One technique for overcoming the fear of failure is called fear setting. This involves writing down your worst-case scenario. What's the absolute worst that could happen if you fail? Once you have it on paper, ask yourself, is this outcome really as bad as I imagined? Can I recover from it? More often than not, you'll find that the consequences of failure aren't nearly as disastrous as you've been led to believe. Fourth, overcoming imposter syndrome. Discussing imposter syndrome, how it affects high-achieving individuals, and steps to overcome it. Imposter syndrome is that nagging feeling that you don't deserve your achievements, that you're not as capable as others think you are, and that at any moment, you'll be exposed as a fraud. It's a form of self-doubt that can plague even the most successful people. In fact, imposter syndrome is incredibly common among high achievers. The more successful you become, the more pressure you may feel to live up to your own expectations and the expectations of others. This can create a cycle where, no matter how much you achieve, you never feel truly worthy of your success. Imposter syndrome can be crippling because it makes you feel like you don't deserve your success. No matter how much external evidence you have of your capabilities, awards, promotions, compliments from others, there's still that inner voice whispering, "You're not good enough," or "You just got lucky." One of the most harmful aspects of imposter syndrome is that it leads to self-sabotage. You might find yourself procrastinating on important tasks because deep down, you're afraid that if you complete them, people will realize you're not as competent as they think. Or you might downplay your achievements, dismissing them as insignificant. But here's the thing. Imposter syndrome is a lie. It's a distorted version of reality that comes from insecurity, not truth. To overcome it, you need to change the narrative in your mind and recognize your worth. The prevalence of imposter syndrome. You might be surprised to know how common imposter syndrome is. Many highly successful people, from athletes to CEOs to artists, experience imposter syndrome at some point in their lives. In fact, it's often the most driven and successful individuals who struggle with it the most. Why? Because the more they achieve, the higher the stakes feel, and the more pressure they put on themselves. Consider Maya Angelou, a renowned poet and author. Despite her global success, she once said, "I have written 11 books, but each time I think, uh-oh, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everybody and they're going to find me out." If Maya Angelou can feel this way, it's clear that imposter syndrome isn't a reflection of your abilities, but rather a byproduct of striving for excellence. Practical strategies for overcoming imposter syndrome. Acknowledge your successes. One of the first steps in overcoming imposter syndrome is recognizing your achievements. Start keeping a success journal. Every time you accomplish something, no matter how big or small, write it down. When imposter syndrome strikes, refer to this journal as a reminder of your capabilities. Share your feelings. Imposter syndrome thrives in secrecy. It makes you believe that you're the only one who feels like a fraud. But the truth is, many people experience these same doubts. By opening up to a trusted friend, mentor, or therapist, you can release the pressure and gain perspective. Often, simply expressing your fears can take away their power. Reframe your thoughts. When imposter syndrome rears its head, pay attention to your internal dialogue. Are you telling yourself things like, "I don't deserve this," or "I just got lucky"? Challenge these thoughts. Replace them with more empowering statements like, "I earned this through hard work and dedication," or "I have valuable skills that brought me here." Stop comparing yourself to others. Imposter syndrome often arises from comparing yourself to others. But the reality is that you only see a small fraction of other people's lives, the highlight reel, not the behind-the-scenes struggles. Remember, everyone is on their own journey and your path is unique. Focus on your own growth and progress rather than measuring yourself against others. Personal story, from imposter to empowered. Let me share another story. A client I once worked with was a successful entrepreneur, yet despite her accomplishments, she constantly felt like she was one step away from being found out. She worried that her business success was due to luck rather than skill. Over time, we worked on recognizing the patterns of imposter syndrome, and she began to own her successes rather than downplaying them. One of the most powerful shifts for her was when she started speaking openly about her feelings with other entrepreneurs. To her surprise, she found that many of them felt the same way. This realization not only helped her overcome her own imposter syndrome, but it also deepened her relationships with others. By the end of our work together, she had developed a profound sense of confidence in her abilities, and today, she runs a multi-million-dollar company with unshakable self-assurance. Fifth, building unshakable confidence. A step-by-step guide. Building unshakable confidence doesn't happen overnight, but it's a journey well worth embarking on. Confidence isn't something that's granted to a lucky few. It's a skill that can be cultivated through intentional practices and mindset shifts. In this chapter, we'll go through a step-by-step guide to building the kind of confidence that remains steady, no matter what life throws your way. Step 1. Develop self-awareness. Confidence begins with self-awareness. You need to understand who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, values, and passions. This understanding serves as the foundation upon which confidence is built. Take some time to reflect on the following questions. What are your core values? What do you stand for? What are your strengths? What comes naturally to you? What are your weaknesses? Where do you have room for growth? What are your passions? What excites and energizes you? By answering these questions, you gain clarity about yourself, which in turn strengthens your sense of identity. When you know who you are, you're less likely to be swayed by external opinions or judgments. Step 2. Set clear, achievable goals. Confidence grows through action, but not just any action, intentional, purposeful action. Setting clear, achievable goals is one of the most effective ways to build confidence. When you set goals, you create a roadmap for success. Each time you accomplish a goal, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you are capable. This creates a positive feedback loop, where success breeds confidence, and confidence breeds more success. Start by setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Break down larger goals into smaller, manageable steps, and celebrate each milestone along the way. Step 3. Embrace failure as a learning tool. As we've discussed, failure is not the enemy. It's a powerful teacher. The more you embrace failure as part of the learning process, the more resilient and confident you become. Think of failure as feedback. When something doesn't go as planned, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve next time? This shift in perspective takes the sting out of failure and turns it into an opportunity for growth. Remember, every successful person has failed, often multiple times. It's not failure that defines you, but how you respond to it. By viewing failure as a stepping stone to success, you build unshakable confidence in your ability to navigate challenges. Step 4. Practice positive self-talk. The way you speak to yourself matters. If your internal dialogue is filled with negativity and self-criticism, it will erode your confidence over time. On the other hand, positive self-talk can boost your self-esteem and reinforce your belief in your abilities. Start by becoming aware of your internal dialogue. When you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, challenge those thoughts. Replace them with more empowering statements like, I can figure this out, or I am capable of learning and growing. Affirmations can be a powerful tool for building confidence. Choose a few affirmations that resonate with you, such as, I trust myself to handle whatever comes my way. I am confident in my abilities and strengths. I am worthy of success and happiness. Repeat these affirmations daily, especially when self-doubt starts to creep in. Over time, they will become ingrained in your subconscious mind, helping you build a more confident mindset. Step 5. Step outside your comfort zone. Confidence grows when you push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Every time you face a fear, try something new, or challenge yourself, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling discomfort. Start small. If speaking in public scares you, try speaking in front of a small group of friends before tackling a larger audience. If you're afraid of failure, start by taking small risks in your personal or professional life. Each time you step outside your comfort zone and succeed, you build confidence in your ability to face challenges. And even if things don't go as planned, you've still gained valuable experience and learned something new. Step 6. Surround yourself with supportive people. The people you surround yourself with have a significant impact on your confidence. If you're constantly around negative, critical individuals, their energy can bring you down and feed your self-doubt. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people can uplift and inspire you. Seek out relationships with individuals who believe in you, encourage you, and challenge you to grow. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or colleagues, having a strong support system can make all the difference in your confidence journey. Personal story: the power of goal setting and affirmations. A former client of mine, Sarah, came to me with significant self-doubt in her career. She wanted to pursue a leadership role, but didn't believe she had what it took. Together, we worked on setting clear goals for her development and implementing daily affirmations to shift her mindset. Within 6 months, Sarah had not only applied for a leadership position but had been promoted. Her confidence skyrocketed as she embraced her strengths and continued to set and achieve new goals. Sarah's journey is a powerful reminder that confidence grows through action, goal setting, and positive self-talk. 60. Visualization and confidence: the power of mental imagery. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for building confidence. By mentally rehearsing success, you program your brain to expect and achieve that outcome in real life. Research shows that the brain doesn't distinguish much between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you visualize yourself succeeding in a challenging situation, your brain starts to build neural pathways that support that outcome. This makes it easier to act confidently when the real moment arrives. How to practice visualization for confidence. To start visualizing, find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax your body and mind. Then, imagine yourself in a situation where you want to feel more confident, whether it's giving a presentation, going on a job interview, or speaking in front of a crowd. Create a vivid mental picture of the event. Imagine every detail: the room, the people, the sounds, and most importantly, how you feel. See yourself standing tall, speaking clearly, and exuding confidence. Visualize the positive outcome you desire, whether it's receiving applause, getting the job, or successfully completing the task. The more you practice visualization, the more natural confidence will become in these situations. You're essentially training your brain to expect success, which makes it easier to act with confidence when the real moment arrives. Practical exercise: daily visualization routine. Start by incorporating visualization into your daily routine. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes each morning or evening to visualize yourself succeeding in your most important tasks. Over time, you'll notice a shift in how you approach challenges. Instead of feeling anxious or doubtful, you'll approach them with a calm, confident mindset. Real-life example: athletes and visualization. Many elite athletes use visualization to enhance their performance. Take Michael Phelps, for example. The Olympic swimmer famously used visualization techniques to prepare for his races. Before each competition, Phelps would mentally rehearse every aspect of the race, from his dive into the water to his strokes and turns. This practice helped him stay calm, focused, and confident during his races, leading to his record-breaking success. You can apply the same technique to your own life, whether you're preparing for a big presentation, an important meeting, or any other situation where confidence is key. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, from understanding the nature of fear and doubt to building unshakable confidence through self-awareness, goal setting, positive self-talk, and visualization. But remember, confidence is not something you achieve once and then forget about. It's a lifelong journey, a muscle that you must continually strengthen. Now it's time for you to take action. Start by implementing just 1 or 2 of the techniques we discussed today. Whether it's keeping a success journal, practicing visualization, or stepping outside your comfort zone. As you begin to apply these strategies, you'll notice a shift in your mindset, your behavior, and your results. If this video has inspired you or if you've gained valuable insights, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What resonated with you the most? What steps are you going to take to build your confidence? Your journey to unshakable confidence starts now. Thank you for watching. Remember, you are capable, you are worthy, and you are more powerful than your fears and doubts. Go out there and live with unshakable confidence.